When it comes to personal security, our world is becoming increasingly compromised. With the rise of the internet, our data is being monitored and sold all the time, often without our consent. And one of the most malicious forms of this is hidden surveillance cameras. From blackmail to voyeurism, hidden camera technology has evolved to a point where a camera can be hidden in literally anything you could think of. So, as you travel to unknown places and stay with unknown people, how can you be sure that you're truly safe in the privacy of your own space? In this video, we'll be covering ways to find hidden cameras no matter where you stay. These 10 strategies will help you safeguard your personal space and uncover any illicit activity happening behind your back. Stay until the end of the video for the most surefire way to secure your privacy. So let's dive right in. Number 10. Search for common hiding places. One of the easiest and most obvious things you can do to find hidden cameras is to do a physical sweep of the place you're staying at. Of course, the tricky thing about hidden cameras is that they're well hidden. Cameras can be hidden in places as small as a ballpoint pen, so finding one can sound as if you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. Luckily, however, there are some common places and disguises that hidden cameras use that you can check that work more often than not. Check for anything unusual looking, from electrical fixtures in the walls and ceiling, such as smoke detectors, air conditioning and filtering units, and electrical outlets. These places are very common for hidden cameras, as they can easily be hidden in plain sight without looking out of place. Also, check for any unusual, out-of-place objects or cords in areas with a wide view of the room. You should be wary of electronics such as alarm clocks and unplug them if you suspect spying, as this is also a common hiding place for hidden cameras. While this method is fairly straightforward, it can be time-consuming and difficult if you're not thorough with the search. Cameras can be hidden in obscure places, such as in the form of bolts and screws, so be sure to supplement your search with any of the next methods on your list. Number 9. Examine mirrors. One less obvious place that hidden cameras are found is within mirrors. Two-way mirrors are a special type of glass that is reflective on one side and transparent on the other. A tricky way that some people hide hidden cameras is by using a two-way mirror with a space behind it to set up a hidden camera. The person in front of it will only see a mirror, while the camera gets a full view of outside the mirror. There's a trick to identifying this sneaky illusion. Simply put your finger against the mirror and look at the reflection from the side. True mirrors should ideally have a gap between your finger and its reflection. Therefore, if your finger seems to be directly touching your finger, see if you can move the mirror. You might just end up finding something staring at you on the other side. Number 8. In the dark, use flashlights. If you've done a thorough search and still feel unsafe, it's time to go beyond the naked eye. The easiest part to identify hidden cameras is from the lens, as it will always have a rounded shape and a reflection in order to capture footage. In addition, cameras may also have lights that turn on in low-light environments. Using both pieces of information, you can scout for hidden cameras by turning off the lights and making the room as dark as possible. Make sure to close the curtains and blinds too. This will easily set off any hidden lights in the room. To double-check, shine a flashlight around the room to see if there are any unusual reflections that may reveal a camera. Number 7. Check the Wi-Fi router. Modern hidden cameras are often connected to a Wi-Fi router in order to save and capture the footage remotely. While this helps hide footage and evidence of spying, it can also give itself away if you know how to check the router itself. If you know the credentials of the router at the place you're staying, you can log in and look at all devices connected to the router. Hidden cameras will appear under various names, often labeled as an unknown device. If there's a suspicious-looking device connection, you can disconnect it from the network to stop recordings. If you don't know how to access the router, you can alternatively use a Wi-Fi scanning application to view all connected devices. This method isn't foolproof though, because many non-camera devices, such as printers, may appear unknown and end up being false flags. Number 6. Look for cell phone interference. If there's a hidden camera not found by Wi-Fi, there's another method you can try. One subtle property of hidden cameras is that, because of their connection to other devices, they can emit radio waves that other devices can pick up as interference. A device that nearly anyone can use to find these waves is a mobile phone. The way this works is similar to a metal detector. Start a phone call, then stay on the line and move your phone around the room to suspicious areas of concern. Put the phone next to your ear or turn on speaker mode. If the phone picks up radio interference, you will hear it as noises in the background, such as buzzing, crackling, or other similar white noise. This will help detect general areas where a camera might be. While it is a low-cost and easy method, it is also one of the more inconsistent strategies for hidden camera detection, as not all cameras emit radio waves in this manner. Have you ever looked for hidden cameras before? Yes or no? Let us know in the comments below. Alright, back to the countdown. Number 5. Use smartphone cameras. There's another way that a mobile phone can be used for camera searching, depending on your photo filters, that is. On the surface, apart from any external blinking lights, hidden cameras don't appear to emit any other light. But that's only with our natural eyes. However, it isn't to say that it isn't emitting light. It's just that it's infrared light, which many cameras give off due to their electronic nature. If you're able to take pictures without infrared filtering, your phone can help you detect sources of infrared light from any suspicious objects or spots. You can test this functionality with a remote control. Simply point the control's LED at your camera, then press a button. If your camera can detect infrared light, you'll see a flash of light from the remote control. Like with the flashlight method, you can use this same technique in a dark room to see any infrared light sources you might have missed. Number 4. Use an RF detector. Remember how hidden cameras can emit radio waves? Maybe you'd like to try finding their signals, but your phone is no good. In cases like this, you may want to look into a dedicated device. One such tool that you can use is a radio frequency detector, or RF detector for short. RF detectors are a more reliable method of detecting a camera's transmissions than using your phone connection, and are good for tracking not only hidden cameras, but also other listening devices as well. You can use it the same way as any other detection method by moving it around and guessing the approximate areas where a camera could be. One thing to note is that hidden cameras will often emit waves at a frequency between 500 MHz and 6 GHz. RF detectors pick up frequencies way beyond this range, so try to turn off as many electronic devices around you as possible so you don't scare yourself with false positives. Number 3. Use a thermal camera. On top of radio waves and infrared light, another detection method you can try is thermal imaging. Everything in the universe radiates some level of heat, and this can be visualized using thermal cameras built for this specific purpose. All kinds of electronics, by definition, use electric energy, which in turn radiates heat. So, using a thermal camera, you can detect hidden cameras by looking for unusual hotspots in the room. You'll know when you see one by the contrast in colors, as the camera will more likely than not be hotter than the environment that it is surrounded by. This can also be helpful if the camera is located in a stray object that conducts heat, as while you may not see the camera by itself, you might notice an object that is unusually hot that may tip you off to checking it out in more detail. Number 2. Use camera lens detectors. If your vision isn't enough and there are no waves to be found, the other device that can help out is a dedicated camera lens detector. This method is similar to using a flashlight in the dark. A camera lens detector performs dedicated searches and scans for light reflections that match those commonly found on camera lenses. You can find these detectors in the form of either a physical device or an app for your phone. Actually, many of these methods on our list can be done via mobile apps, but for the best accuracy, dedicated hardware should be your go-to. Either way, because camera lens detectors use specific data for their search methods, they can pick up subtle changes in light that other methods may not. This method is good if the cameras that you're looking for are particularly well obscured, specifically those that use local storage instead of wireless connections. Number 1. Recruit professionals. It might sound incredibly obvious, but we really mean it. If you're suspicious about wherever you're staying, For your own safety and assurance, absolutely hire an expert if you can. While all the methods on our list can give you easy, low-cost ways of dealing with hidden cameras, the reason hidden cameras are a problem is that they're always evolving in their hiding methods. All of the hiding places we've covered were designed by people who needed to hide things deeper and deeper from easily seen places. And with all the strategies in the world, we may end up finding nothing if we're uninformed. That's why it's always a good idea to contact a security technician through local sites and businesses, as they will have the knowledge and high-end equipment to accurately access any place you plan to stay at. It may be pricey and have some logistics you'd have to sort out with the property owner, but it's the most guaranteed way of securing your privacy. So there you have it. We hope that our list will help you stay safe and keep your mind at ease wherever you travel. Will you protect yourself with your phone or a dedicated device? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video to be informative, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in the next video.